What's up to all my YouTubers? This is Game Over, and I'm back again reviewing a different game called Metal Gear Solid 5 Ground Zeroes. So, I'm a huge Metal Gear Solid fan, and I was totally looking forward to this game for a while, but it's really not a full game. It's more like a prequel to the future release of Metal Gear Solid 5 called The Phantom Pain, which is coming out sometimes next year, around 2015, Q2, around there. While I attended a video game convention last year, it was called E3, I got a lucky chance to see what the new Metal Gear is all about, and all I have to say is cha-ching. The Phantom game next year might literally break all records, and it will be huge moneymaker for Konami. The graphics and the gameplay look so damn real. It feels like you're physically in the game. The colors were really vibrant, and it definitely showed off the full potential and power of the Xbox One and the PlayStation 4. But let's talk more about Ground Zeroes. My first impression, I thought the game was pretty balanced. I really didn't notice any major bugs or glitches, but one negative review about this game is that it's really short. So basically, if you play the game full stealth mode, it'll take around 3 hours. If you go all Rambo on people, running gun style, it'll take you around 1.5 hours. So this game basically follows up on Metal Gear Solid 3 and Peace Walker, and once again, Snake is in trouble. This is a private military base he set up, as you're watching it right now, and it's being washed over by the IAEA. So you play as the big boss himself, codenamed Snake. What's also pretty cool about that is I'm a huge fan of Kiefer Sutherland, and he's the voice behind Snake. So the story starts off where Snake has to save a little kid named Chico from the prison camp. Afterwards, Snake would eventually have to find KGB agent named Paz. So there's multiple ways on how to approach this game. When you're stealthy, you basically have to be crawling around the map really slowly, like a turtle. You have to be discreet, and you would also have to avoid bright lights that the enemies use to guard the base. As you've seen in the video right here, I'm basically choking one of the enemies out to find intel on how to find Paz. So the main goal is to try to find much intel from the opposing enemies on his base. The only way you can gather this information is, like you've seen before, you gotta creep behind them and then force the enemy to leak the valuable intel so you can get to find Paz and save her and bring her back to the chopper. Once you get the intel, you can either put the enemy to sleep by choking them out, or you can execute them by using a commando knife. So personally, I did play this game twice because, like I mentioned, the game is really short. So I want to try the game in stealth mode and run and gun mode. So the first time I actually played this game, I tried in stealth mode because that's how the game is supposed to be played. I didn't enjoy it as much as run and gun because I went all crazy, like face-to-face combat with enemies, pulling out my Uzi and my rifle and shooting everywhere, shooting everything I seen on the mini-map there. There are a few choice weapons in this game, such as the rifles, there's silencers, tranquilizers, grenades, and so forth. As you've seen on the video right there a few seconds ago, I was using turrets, and there's multiple turrets on that base. It may be loud and attention-seeking, but it will usually destroy everything around you. So I really don't want to go too detailed about this game, as in the actual story behind this, because I don't want to give too much spoilers to everyone that's viewing this. So my final thoughts about this game: I liked it, but it's way too short. For the price of $30 to play basically one map that you just saw right there, the entire game was based on just this base right here. I find that a little bit absurd. I feel like they should have released this as an actual demo, but don't get me wrong here, the ending caught me off guard, and it definitely got me excited to the next game, the Phantom Pain release. If you're a fan of Metal Gear Solid, you should totally give this a shot. I would recommend, though, just by buying a used copy at GameStop or wait until there's a price drop on this game. Even though I think this is a high-end demo of a much bigger game instead of a standalone product, players can maximize their value through replaying missions. They may perform well during missions, but can they try again without killing any enemies? What about finishing the mission without triggering a single alert, which I personally haven't done yet? That's where players can eke out a bit more playtime in Ground Zeroes, not to mention unlock bonus weapons or other items. So I give this game an overall rating of an 8.5. I was pretty much satisfied with the balance of this game. Had only one complaint: the gameplay is really short, and that's the only negative comment I had on this. A little tip of an advice on how to be stealthy is do the exact opposite of what I'm doing right now. If you're watching my gameplay, I just shotgunned a person, which creates a loud ambient noise that usually alerts enemy soldiers towards you. You also don't want to be dragging the dead bodies or carrying dead bodies and throwing them around like a rag doll, like you're Hulk Hogan. So the best advice I can give you right now is to stay on the outer boundaries of the map. So you're pretty much working around the corners. You don't want to be inside the base too much. Let's just try to clear out the outer base first, because that's where the spotlights are, and they're pretty much in a high elevated area, and they could spot you pretty well. And make sure, if you're hiding a dead body, make sure you bring it into a dark, secluded area, like in a bush, for instance, because if you leave the enemy behind, just like in the middle of the road, the dirt road or so forth, if an enemy passes by and sees a dead enemy soldier, that soldier will alert the base and shit will literally hit the fan. I want to thank all my viewers for watching this game review. Please like and subscribe to my channel if you enjoyed this video. If you want any questions answered about this game, or if you have any critiques, just comment below and I'll get those squared away. I joined YouTube so I can voice my opinion on things and give you guys some advice. I will eventually do other reviews, and I'll also provide news such as unboxing products, esports news, player interviews, and also sharing my opinion on random things and much more. So thanks again for tuning in, and I'll catch you next time.